Hello, can you hear me?
Addition to your family.
What's that?
The addition to the family, a new daughter. Yeah. Hi, Mayor.
Mr. Mayor, it's time.
I'd like to call this special meeting to roll call, please.
Mayor Don Hughes,
Here.
Mayor Pro Tempore Margaret Morales, Councilmember Mitch Lindemann,
Here.
Councilmember Dania Acosta.
Present.
Thank you. Can you please provide us with your password?
092023W3,
Thank you. And what is your location?
Laughlin, Nevada.
Thank you. And is anyone else with you?
No.
Thank you. Councilmember Ray Shelton,
Present.
Councilmember Michael Valdenegro,
Present.
Councilmember Jose Grijalva,
Here.
City Manager Ana Urquijo,
Present.
City Attorney Dennis Fitzgibbons,
Present.
City Treasurer Luis Pedrosa.
Present.
Thank you. And Mr. Mayor, for the record, Councilmember or Mayor Pro Tempore Margaret Morales is excused.
Thank you. Item number 3, persons wishing to address the council in writing or verbally on any item not on the agenda. Do we have any for this meeting?
No, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Item number 4, discussion decision on approval to call for and conduct an executive session under the authority of ARS 38-431.03 subsection A3, 4, and 7 to consider its position, instruct its representatives, and obtain legal advice regarding the following. Item A, bid proposal received for IFB 2022-F-004 regarding the sale of city property at Rancho La Bahia Estates Blocks 3 and 4. And item B, consideration of purchase or lease of property located at parcel 410-21-002C, known as the Douglas Animal Shelter. Have a motion?
Mayor,
Yes, please, Mr. Lindeman.
I move that we enter into executive session.
Second. Motion by Mr. Lindeman, second by Mr. Grijalva to enter into executive session as proposed. Roll call, please.
Councilmember Lindemann,
Yes.
Councilmember Acosta,
Yes.
Councilmember Shelton,
Yes.
Councilmember Valdenegro.
Yes.
Councilmember Grijalva,
Yes.
Mr. Mayor.
Yes, motion carries. Go on the executive session at 4:32. May I have a motion to adjourn the executive session?
I move to adjourn.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Lindeman, second by Mr. Grijalva to adjourn the executive session. Roll call, please.
Councilmember Lindemann,
Yes.
Councilmember Acosta,
Yes.
Councilmember Shelton,
Yes.
Councilmember Valdenegro,
Yes.
Councilmember Grijalva,
Yes.
Mr. Mayor.
Yes, motion carries. We adjourn executive session at 5:26 PM. I'd like to provide item number 5, update on the executive session items. Item A, bid proposal received for IFB 2022-F-004 regarding the sale of city property at Rancho La Paria Estates, blocks 3 and 4. We've instructed staff to inform the bidder that the city is not in position to fulfill their bid request portion that they're requesting from the city, and instruct staff to further explore other options regarding these properties. And item B, consideration of purchase or lease of property located on parcel 410-21-002C, known as the Douglas Animal Shelter. We've instructed staff to continue exploration for animal shelter services at this location. Item number 6, adjournment. May I have a motion?
Mayor, move that we
Mr.
adjourn.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion by Mr. Grijalva, second by Mr. Lindeman to adjourn our special meeting. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed by nay? The ayes have it. We stand adjourned at 5:27. Thank you.
Mr. Mayor, it's time.
I'd like to call this special meeting public hearing to order. Roll call, please.
Mayor Donald Hughes.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tempore Margaret Morales. Councilmember Mitch Lindeman.
Here.
Councilmember Dania Acosta.
Here.
Thank you. Can you please provide us with your password?
Sure, give me just 1 second. I wasn't expecting to have to provide that again. Hold on.
Thank you.
Zero 92023 W3,
Thank you. And what is your location?
Laughlin, Nevada.
Thank you. And is anyone else with you?
Not at the moment.
Thank you. Councilmember Ray Shelton,
Present.
Councilmember Michael Valdenegro,
Present.
Councilmember Jose Grijalva,
Here.
City Manager Honor O'Keefe,
Present.
City Attorney Dennis Fitzgibbons,
Here.
City Treasurer Luis Pedrosa.
Present.
Thank you. And Mr. Mayor, for the record, Mayor Pro Tempore Margaret Morales in 6, please.
Thank you. Item number 3, persons wishing to address the council in writing or verbally on any item not on the agenda. Do we have anyone for this meeting?
We do not, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Item number 4, presentation discussion on Caper public hearing. Item A, the purpose of the public hearing is to allow public participation regarding the City of Douglas Community Development Block Grant, CDBG, Consolidated Annual Performance and Evaluation Report for fiscal year 2022. Ms. Gonzalez, would you provide us some background, please?
Good evening, Mayor, members of the council. CDBG requires that all grantees comply with reporting requirements as part of the grant. This is one of those annual requirements. The CAPER is a report that describes the city's development accomplishments for the fiscal year on all CDBG projects, with a special focus on those activities funded by the entitlement funds. The public hearing is held to allow the public an opportunity to provide comments on the CAPER prior to getting approval for submission for mayor and council.
Thank you. We'll open up the public hearing to council members first. If you'd like to ask any questions, or make any comments, and then we'll hear from the public.
Mayor, if I may,
Yes, please, Mr. Lindeman.
I was just reading through the draft report and, we've accomplished an awful lot. And I want to thank the city staff and Ms. Gonzalez for all their hard work. It really is a lot. And I know you worked hard. So thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Lindeman.
Thank you, Mr. Lindeman. Anyone else?
Mayor, may I
Please.
just ask the public if anybody is here for the CAPER public meeting? There is a sign-in sheet on the table. I will ask any of those in attendance to please sign it.
Yeah, please sign in because that's part of our report that we submit.
Thank you.
The public's welcome to comment also. We'll give it one more minute again. If anybody from the public and council or anyone present or close to being present wishes to comment, please feel free. Hearing none, we'll move to item number 5, adjournment. May I have a motion to adjourn?
I make a motion, we adjourn.
Is there a second? Motion by Mr. Shelton, second by Mrs. Acosta to adjourn the special meeting public hearing. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay? The ayes have it. We stand adjourned at 5:52.
Mr. Mayor, it's time.
I'd like to call this regular meeting to order. Would you please join me in standing for the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing for an invocation by Councilmember Jose Grijalva. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Let us pray. Our Heavenly Father, we're here this evening to conduct city business, and we pray, Father, that you're here with us in every decision that we make. We pray, Father, that we glorify your name and your will in everything that we do. We also pray, Father, that you're with our first responders, our police officers, and our firefighters. They're away from their families. We also pray for them that they safely do their job and they safely return home. We also pray for our city, that we help advance it, Father, and we pray for our residents, that we stay a safe and quiet town. We do this in your Son, Jesus Christ's perfect name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Councilman. Item number 4, roll call, please.
Mayor Donald Tribble,
Here.
Mayor Pro Tempore Margaret Morales, Councilmember Mitch Lindeman,
Here.
Councilmember Daniel Costa.
Present.
Thank you. Can you please provide us with your password?
092023W3,
Thank you. And what is your location?
Laughlin, Nevada.
Thank you. And is anyone else with you?
My husband.
Thank you. Councilmember Ray Shelton,
Present.
Councilmember Michael Valdenegro,
Present.
Councilmember Jose Grijalva,
Here.
City Manager Ana Urquijo,
Present.
City Attorney Dennis Fitzgibbons,
Present.
City Treasurer Luis Pedrosa.
Present.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. For the record, Mayor Pro Tempore Margaret Morales is excused.
Thank you very much. Item number 5, presentation of awards. Item A, League of Arizona Cities and Towns Certificate of Recognition to Councilmember Ray Shelton for 12 years of service and dedication to effective local government in Arizona. Recently, at our annual League of Arizona Cities and Towns, we have a special luncheon that's dedicated to those that have been serving their communities for many, many years. Mr. Shelton unfortunately was unable to attend with us this past conference, but we'd like to recognize him tonight for receiving this award. Ray's been a untiring, dedicated servant to the city and to the many citizens, having had a hand in educating many of our young ones. And we appreciate his service on the council. And Ray, congratulations. And we'd like to award you this plaque that was provided by the League of Arizona Cities and Towns.
Okay, picture 2. All right, good.
Thank you.
Mr. Shelton, would you like to say a couple of words?
Yes, it's been an honor to come to Douglas and call Douglas my home, even if I was from up on the hill from Bisbee. I've taught many students here, altogether 51 and a half years in education, most of it in Douglas. And then coming to the city, it's been an honor to have served over 12 years now as your city councilman. And I know last meeting, I got a little upset, to say the least, and I'd like to apologize to Jose over there. I was going to just recommend that we table that and come back to it another time. But so excuse me, I don't know I've ever done anything like that, even in the classroom. After all of those years of being principal and superintendent and teaching and coaching and doing all the other things I did. So anyway, it's been an honor, and we have so many things in the hopper here ready to do, things that probably should have been done years ago. With the airport, the golf course, downtown, trying to get a store in here again, a good one. So all of us up here have had a lot of work that we're being doing, and then a lot of work that Anna, Luis, and all the other people up here, Alma. So if we stick together, we have an opportunity to bring a lot back to Douglas and a lot to Douglas of jobs. And I guess one of my goals has been, I would love to see my grandkids have a little more stable city than we have now and we've had in the past. But once again, if we hang together and we do what needs to be done, we should see a lot of improvements the next 5 years. So it's been an honor to be up here. Thank you.
Thank you, Ray. Item number 6, reading a proclamation. Item A, Hispanic Heritage Month proclamation. Whereas for more than a century, the city of Douglas has embraced a diverse culture interwoven with the Mexican culture. And whereas the Hispanic community is a dynamic, valued part of our city and a vital contributor to our economy with the entrepreneurial spirit, a strong work ethic, and an unwavering belief in the American dream. And whereas Hispanic culture shapes the city of Douglas community and influences our art, literature, music, food, faith, family values, thereby enriching our people. And whereas the purpose of Hispanic Heritage Month is to recognize the countless contributions of people of Hispanic heritage to the United States of America. Many people of Hispanic heritage serve as civic leaders, politicians, educators, innovators, healthcare professionals, first responders, scientists, athletes, artists, religious leaders, and much, much more. And whereas Hispanic heritage is interwoven into the city of Douglas and reflects a beautiful array of a distinct culture in our community. Now therefore be it resolved that I, Donald C. Hewish, Mayor, and on behalf of the city of Douglas, Arizona, do hereby proclaim September 15 through October 15 as Hispanic Heritage Month, or Mes de la Herencia Hispana, and call upon the citizens of Douglas to celebrate the talents, culture, and spirit of Hispanic heritage. That is Douglas in a summary. Thank you. Item number 7, persons wishing to address the council in writing or verbally on any item not on the agenda.
I'm sorry, Mr. Mayor, can I interrupt and go back to Mr. Shelton? I wish I would have been.
Please.
I wish I would have been there, but I'd like to offer a round of applause for his 12 years of service. It's not easy being an elected official, and 12 years is definitely something to praise and thank him for.
Thank you, Mrs. Cosa. Thank you so much, Mrs. Costa.
And I would like to say this also. The day before the meeting, I learned I had melanoma again. And I don't know if you know it, but most of my left side of my face is numb because of all the cancers I've had. And now I have another one I just added to it, but evidently they got it all. But that night I was pumped up emotionally, thinking of all the 10 surgeries I had had. I just found that in my face and put me back together. So that was, anyway, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Mr. Costa.
So what he's trying to say, he's not that naturally good looking as he is.
Oh, yeah.
He's had help through surgeries.
Yeah, the women had said, here you got a facelift. And,
Thank you.
Anyway,
Item number 7, persons wishing to address the council in writing or verbally on any item not on the agenda. Ms. Andrade, do we have anybody?
We do have Mr. Mayor.
Thank you very much. Item number 8, discussion decision on approval of consent agenda items. Item A, expense report for the month of August two thousand twenty-three totaling $1,937,933.33. And item B, meeting minutes for August 9 and August 22, 2023. May I have a motion regarding the consent agenda?
Mayor?
Yes, Mr. Grijalva, please.
I move that the mayor and council approve the consent agenda items as presented.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion by Mr. Grijalva and second by Mr. Balanegro to approve the consent agenda items as presented. Roll call, please.
Councilmember Lindemann,
Yes.
Councilmember Acosta,
Yes.
Councilmember Shelton,
Yes.
Councilmember Vandenegro.
Yes.
Councilmember Grijalva,
Yes.
Mr. Mayor.
Yes, motion carries. Item number 9, discussion decision on approvals of the following items. Item A, second reading of ordinance number 23-1169. An ordinance of the mayor and council of the city of Douglas, Cochise County, Arizona. Rezoning assessors parcel number 410-21002B located along the northern extent of Rogers Avenue from mobile home residential MHR to general commercial GC and amending the official zoning district map, establishing severability of components of ordinance and establishing an effective date thereof. Mr. Osborne, please.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor, members of council. We have a very brief presentation tonight on this. It's a 6-acre parcel located at the end of Rogers Avenue's paved extent. Proposed use for the property would be for a fitness center. The comprehensive plan, or rather the general plan, has goals and policies that support housing, but also support neighborhood and commercial development that would support residential uses as well. And so with that, staff recommended approval of the proposed rezone, and the Planning and Zoning Commission unanimously recommended approval as well.
Thank you.
Questions you have?
May I have a motion regarding the ordinance?
Mayor,
Yes, please, Ms. Lindemann.
I move that the mayor and council approve the second reading of ordinance number 23-1169 by number and title only.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion by Mr. Lindemann, second by Mr. Shelton to approve the second reading of ordinance number 23-1169 by number and title only. Any discussion or questions, comments?
Mayor?
Yes, please, Mr. Grijalva.
Mr. Osborne, I just wanted to, so we could stay consistent, is there any reason why this is just a rezone and before it was overlay after overlay after overlay? You said it was basically the same thing, so why are we not doing the same thing here?
Okay. This is a privately proposed rezone from the property owner and the representative who wishes to purchase the property. When we were discussing the overlays, was the opportunity for areas that are zoned mobile home residence, particularly, I think, off of A Avenue, north of 20th, to allow for those properties to have infill development of single-family residences, possibly tiny homes, other things that would also still have public process, where the neighbors would be notified about the proposed developments, but to allow more flexibility. This particular proposal is just a private proposal to go to general commercial, but it may be in the future possible to see an innovative community overlay in this area as well.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you. Anyone else? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Councilmember Lindemann,
Yes.
Councilmember Acosta,
Yes.
Councilmember Shelton.
Yes.
Councilmember Valdenegro.
Yes.
Councilmember Grijalva,
Yes.
Mr. Mayor.
Yes, motion carries.
An ordinance of the mayor and council of the city of Douglas, Cochise County, Arizona, rezoning assessors parcel number 410-21002B, located along northern extent of Rogers Avenue from mobile home residential to general commercial, and amending the official zoning district map, establishing severability of components of ordinance and establishing an effective date thereof.
Thank you. Item 9B, second reading of ordinance number 23-1170. An ordinance of the mayor and council of the city of Douglas, Cochise County, Arizona. Rezoning assessors parcel number 408-25084A located on North J Avenue, one parcel north of Highway 80 East 16th Street from single family residential 6,000 SFR 6 to general commercial GC and amending the official zoning district map, establishing severability of components of ordinance and establishing an effective date thereof. Mr. Osborne, please.
Thank you again, Mr. Mayor and members of council. This particular proposal would be for approximately a 1/4 acre parcel located immediately north of an existing auto retail use owned by the same property owner. They're seeking to increase the size of their display area and would like to have this rezone passed. The staff recommended approval. It was consistent with the general plan policies, and the Planning and Zoning Commission recommended unanimously its approval as well.
Thank you. May I have a motion regarding the second reading of the ordinance?
Mr. Mayor,
Yes, Mr. Shelton.
I move the mayor and council approve the second reading of ordinance number 23-1170
By number and title only.
by number and title only.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Motion by Mr. Shelton, second by Mr. Bolanegro to approve the second reading of ordinance number 23-1170 by number and title only. Any questions or discussion?
Mr. Mayor?
Yes, please, Mr. Grijalva.
Last time, Mrs. Acosta asked a good question about this being a junkyard and being careful with it. I don't think we got a good answer on it, to be honest with you. I think if this passes, we really need to either wrap up the code enforcement policy, because this is something that you see right when you get into town, and it's not a site that you want to see coming into Douglas. So we need to be very careful on allowing people to make junkyards and having all that out there. Thank you.
Thank you. Staff, do you have?
The heavy industry zone is the only zoning district that we have that allows outright junkyard use. And so general commercial zoning does allow auto retailing use, and that is what we've been explained. That's what the use is. But if there are complaints about the quality of the property and its upkeep, that's definitely a code enforcement issue.
Thank you, Mr. Shelton.
Well, until you spoke, I'm going to say maybe we need to table this and to I'm like Mr. Grijalva, I don't want a junkyard coming into town. And we might say that might be an enforcement thing. A lot of times it works, sometimes it doesn't work. And I would like to have some guarantees on.
Yeah, for proposed uses, if someone has an auto retailing use and there are upkeep problems and we receive reports about them, which we have not received about the property to this point, we'll react to those. But the car sales and general commercial zoning has been allowed in the city probably since zoning existed in 1966 in Douglas. So if we're concerned about a junkyard forming, that's something that we have to respond to when we have those complaints. But a car dealership isn't something that we would say, well, you can't do a car dealership here, unless they're providing us with plans that show here's a wrecking yard. This is what they want to do instead. But we haven't had anything of that nature at this point. We're just processing a rezone request.
Mayor,
Okay.
Yes, please, Ms.
also, if it may be helpful, just to restate what Mr. Osborne stated, is that this is not heavy industrial zoning, so it wouldn't allow for that.
Okay.
The other thing I think is helpful is that, the owner of this parcel, this is for an expansion of an existing business, so there's been no indication already from his business operation that there would be any problem.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Councilmember Lindemann,
Yes.
Councilmember Acosta.
Yes.
Councilmember Shelton.
Yes.
Councilmember Bolanegro.
Yes.
Councilmember Grijalva.
Yes.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes, motion carries.
an ordinance of the mayor and council of the city of Douglas, Cochise County, Arizona, rezoning assessors parcel number 408-250-848, located on north J Avenue, one parcel north of Highway 80 East 16th Street from single family residential 6,000 SFR 6 to general commercial and amend the official zoning district map establishing severability of components of ordinance and establishing an effective date thereof.
Thank you. Item number 9C, resolution number 23, discussion decision on resolution number 23-11561. A resolution of the mayor and council of the city of Douglas, Cochise County, Arizona, authorizing the entry into a technical assistance agreement with the North American Development Bank, NADB, for the environmental information document for the drinking water and wastewater collection west expansion in the city of Douglas and surrounding community in the amount of $79,879.46. Ms. Moore, please.
Hi, good evening, Mayor, members of the City Council. This is another technical assistance agreement with NADBank. They have been generously providing us with some funding to help us with engineering documents for our port of entry, western expansions. Particularly, this is for the western expansion. We will have probably more of these agreements because they've been, again, thankfully helping us with these documents. This is for an environmental information document, and it's in the amount of $79,879.46. And with that, I'll answer any questions.
Thank you. May I have a motion regarding the resolution, please?
Mayor,
Yes, please, Mr. Lindeman.
I move that the mayor and council approve resolution number 23-1561.
Is there a second? Second. Motion by Mr. Lindeman, second by Mr. Baldanegro to approve resolution number 23-1561. Any discussions or questions?
Mayor,
Yes, please, Mr. Lindeman.
I think this is just another domino in our little train of that progress that we're making, and I'm really pleased to see this. And as far as I can tell, we're on our way. I just wish it was a little faster. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Lindeman. Anyone else? Please. Hearing none, roll call, please.
Councilmember Lindeman,
Yes.
Councilmember Acosta,
Yes.
Councilmember Shelton.
yes,
Councilmember Baldanegro.
Yes.
Councilmember Grijalva.
Yes.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes, motion carries. Item number 9D, discussion decision on resolution number 23-1562. A resolution of the mayor and council of the city of Douglas, Cochise County, Arizona, approving and authorizing the submission to HUD of the City of Douglas Community Development Block Grant, CDBG, Consolidated Annual Performance and Evaluation Report for fiscal year 2022. Ms. Gonzalez, please.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor, members of the council. As a annual requirement of the city CDBG entitlement grants, we must comply with reporting requirements. And as part of those requirements, we must submit an annual performance report known as the CAPER, indicating and describing those accomplishments for the fiscal year using CDBG funds.
Thank you. May I have a motion regarding the resolution?
Mayor,
Yes, please, Mr. Baldanegro.
I move that the mayor and the council approve resolution 23-1562.
Is there a second?
second,
Motion by Mr. Baldanegro, second by Mr. Shelton to approve resolution number 23-1562. Any questions or discussions? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Councilmember Lindeman,
Yes.
Councilmember Acosta,
Yes.
Councilmember Shelton.
yes,
Councilmember Baldanegro.
Yes.
Councilmember Grijalva.
Yes.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes, motion carries. Item number 9E, discussing decision on resolution number 23-1563. A resolution of the mayor and council of the city of Douglas, Cochise County, Arizona, authorizing to adopt and allocate funds for an outdoor fitness court as part of the 2024 National Fitness Campaign. Ms. Villalobos and Youngman.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. This is Benicio. So the National Fitness Campaign is dedicated to building healthy communities to increase pedestrian movement and making world-class fitness free. This organization is dedicated to building healthy infrastructure to encourage people to spend more time outdoors and become more active. There's a short video that will accompany this summary. Devin?
May I have a motion regarding the resolution?
Mr. Mayor, go ahead.
Yes, Mr. Valdenegro.
I move that the mayor and council approve resolution 23-1563.
Is there a second?
Second,
Motion by Mr. Valdenegro, second by Mr. Shelton to approve resolution number 23-1563. Any questions or comments?
question.
Yes, Mr. Valdenegro.
I just want to know, thank you for the opportunity to get this, but also looking for the location where to put this.
Yeah, so location is TBD. There's several considerations right now. The demand for practice space is really high with the youth and the adult needs. So we need to figure out what's the best space for this. while not taking away that practice space. So there's a couple of different areas at Veterans Park and Joe Cotton Park. Those were the two sites that we nominated.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Shelton.
Okay, yeah, basically, those were the two questions I was going to ask. I'm excited about this. How much is this going to cost? Any cost, or have you written a grant? And
Yeah, so I'm currently, we wrote a grant to the National Fitness Campaign and we were awarded 30,000. And I have a grant, the Legacy Foundation Innovation Grant for up to 100,000 for 2 years.
okay,
So
Great.
we're in the second phase of that. They accepted our letter of interest, so we're gonna submit our application at the end of October. And we have to make a presentation to their board of philanthropy. And then we'll know sometime in November if we're awarded that grant. And our in-kind contribution would be the slab of concrete that's required. And we are planning to seek sponsorships from local businesses and clinics.
well, that, you know, this would help as far as recruiting the border patrol, the customs. If they were to see that, they would fall in love with make them fall in love with Douglas, because they need so much of this all the time to keep their jobs going and to make sure they're in fit to do the proper job and be ready to go. So I'm excited about this. So anything the city can do, and as you said, and it's so nice to have both of you here to tell us all about it. What's his name?
Benicio.
One more time?
Benicio.
Benicio. First thing, is that Italian or French? Or Spanish? Sound like Italian.
One of those.
It's
Okay.
Douglas.
Thank you.
Mayor?
Thank you. Mr. Lindeman, please.
Yeah, I am really excited about this opportunity too. I've long thought we should have stations around, like Veterans Park for the walkers and things like that. But this is coming to fruition, and I thank you very much, and I appreciate that. I just hope nobody challenges me to show off my athletic prowess.
Thank you. Mr. Grijalva, please.
I just picture Mr. Lindeman lifting and just in the suit too. No, when things are free like this, if we could get grants, absolutely. I just hope this doesn't take away from the importance because of that video to bring fitness outside. I think our community also needs something to do inside, because when it's monsoon season or it's 105 degrees or when it's really cold, can't really do that. So we need something indoors. So hopefully it doesn't take away from the importance of a community center, but something like this that can attract from the outside and beautify our city is always a plus. So thank you.
Thank
The
you.
community center is definitely on the radar. The caveat is that it will be a lot more expensive than this outdoor gym. So taking the small wins as they come.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Councilmember Linderman.
Yes.
Councilmember Acosta.
Yes,
Councilmember Shelton.
Yes.
Councilmember Barbanegro.
Yes.
Councilmember Grijalva.
Yes.
Mr. Mayor.
Yes, motion carries. Item number 9F, discussing decision on resolution number 23-1564. Resolution of the mayor and council of the city of Douglas, Cochise County, Arizona, approving the acceptance of a $3,800 grant from the Arizona Community Foundation of Cochise to purchase string lights for the beautification of downtown. Ms. Villalobos, please.
The city of Douglas applied to the Arizona Community Foundation of Cochise for a funding request to purchase string lights for the beautification of downtown. This project will assist in achieving the downtown revitalization efforts of beautifying downtown.
Thank you. May I have a motion regarding the resolution?
Mr. Mayor,
Yes, Mr. Shelton.
I move the mayor and council approve resolution number 23-1564.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion by Mr. Shelton, second by Mr. Baldonado to approve resolution number 23-1564. Any questions or discussion?
Well, thank you for doing this, and it's so exciting now for us to have a grant writer. So anyway, thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Mayor,
Yes, please, Mrs. Costa.
I'd like to second what Mr. Shelton just said. I mean, and what Ms. Villalobos also stated earlier, you know, whether it's a big win or small win, they're all good wins. And we obviously have a lot of work to do downtown. And this is just a little tiny piece, but definitely something that'll help beautify the great architecture we have downtown. So thank you. Thank you for the efforts.
Thank you, Mrs. Costa. Anyone else? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Councilmember Lindemann,
Yes.
Councilmember Acosta,
Yes,
Councilmember Shelton,
Yes.
Councilmember Valdenegro.
Yes.
Councilmember Villalba,
Yes.
Mr. Mayor.
Yes, motion carries. Item number 9G, discussion decision on resolution number 23-1565. A resolution of the mayor and council of the city of Douglas, Cochise County, Arizona, authorizing the city of Douglas to enter into an intergovernmental agreement with the city of Phoenix Police Department for continued participation in the Arizona Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force. Chief Fullen, please.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor, members of the council. The Phoenix Police Department and the Arizona ICAC Task Force is a primary grantee of a federal grant through the United States Department of Justice. The grant calls for the Phoenix Police Department and the Arizona ICAC Task Force to work with affiliate agencies to support and advance the goals of the Project Safe Childhood, a Department of Justice initiative, and is in a position to provide financial assistance. As an affiliate agency, the Douglas Police Department is better positioned to receive financial assistance by way of training and equipment to enhance the response to cases involving the sexual exploitation of minors and the sexual assault and abuse of children facilitated by technology. The Arizona ICAC Task Force program promotes a multi-jurisdictional, multi-agency approach to investigating and prosecuting these cases, including our local cases. As part of the affiliate role, the Douglas Police Department will provide education to children and parents regarding online dangers to foster awareness, provide guidance to the community about internet child safety issues. The agreement becomes effective upon the date of the last signature of the executing parties and remains in effect for 5 years. Staff is asking for approval.
Thank you. Chief, may I have a motion regarding the resolution?
Mayor,
Yes, please, Mr. Lindemann.
I move that the mayor and council approve resolution number 23-1565.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion by Mr. Lindemann, second by Mr. Baldanegro to approve the resolution number 23-1565. Any questions or discussion, please?
Mayor.
Yes, please, Mr. Lindemann.
Thank you, Chief Fullen, for, bringing this to our attention and everything. And we've got to get a handle on these types of things. And, if we don't do anything, it could only get worse. And so all of us that are involved with children or anything like that, we need all the help we can get. So thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Mayor?
Yes, please, Mrs. Costa.
Chief Fullen, is there any high-level stats or anything that you can share with us and council and the public as far as collaborations between Douglas PD and other agencies regarding crimes against children?
I don't have any specific statistics on hand, but I can tell you that our agency has investigated a number of these cases based on our partnership with ICAC. We've also collaborated with a couple of agencies in continuing investigations, whether it's originating here or originated elsewhere and involved us as part of that investigation.
Thank you. Thank you. I know that those are very sensitive investigations that obviously for obvious reasons you cannot share specifics, but I just I commend all of you and thank you guys all for your efforts and collaborating with these other agencies and trying to tackle these heinous crimes. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Costa. Anyone else? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Councilmember Lindemann,
Yes.
Councilmember Acosta,
Yes.
Councilmember Shelton,
Yes.
Councilmember Valdenegro.
Yes.
Councilmember Grijalva,
Yes.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes, motion carries. Item number 9H, discussion decision on resolution number 23-1566. A resolution of the mayor and council of the city of Douglas, Cochise County, Arizona, approving the amended and restated articles of incorporation of the Industrial Development Authority of the city of Douglas. Mr. Fitzgibbons, please.
Dennis, you're muted.
I was so excited. I came out quickly too, and I thought I would stop that. Sorry about that. But anyway, Mayor, members of council, the resolution before you is to approve the amended and restated articles of incorporation for the Industrial Development Authority. Pursuant to ARS 35704, the Industrial Development Authority must seek authorization from the city council for the approval of these amendments. I think there had been several different amendments from time to time, so we thought it would be easiest to amend and restate the articles so they were all in one place. Some of the changes that you'll see before you is statutes have changed. Another, one of the bigger changes is on page 2 in that section where we specifically identify the Arizona Revised Statutes, which will apply to the IDA and what their authority is going to be. But other than that, I think it's pretty straightforward amendments, and I'm happy to answer any questions.
Thank you. May I have a motion regarding the resolution?
Mr. Mayor,
Yes, Mr. Shelton.
I move the mayor and council approve resolution number 23-1566.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion by Mr. Shelton, second by Mr. Baldanegro to approve resolution number 23-1566. Any questions or discussion?
Mayor,
Yes, please, Mr. Grijalva.
I just wanted to congratulate the IDA. We have a member from the IDA here. I think they need the group out there, right? We have a member here. They're more organized now. They're looking to be more involved in the community. They have a website, they have an application. So they're really open to help out not only the community, but businesses that need the financial help. So kudos to them for doing all this.
Thank you, Mr. Grijalva. Anyone else? Ms. Pedregal, I don't mean to put you on the spot, but would you like to say anything regarding? You're very welcome. Roll call, please.
Councilmember Lindemann,
Yes.
Councilmember Acosta,
Yes.
Councilmember Shelton.
Yes.
Councilmember Valdenegro.
Yes.
Councilmember Grijalva,
Yes.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes, motion carries. Item number 9I. Discussion decision on authorizing the approval of the proposal by McKinstry Ascension LLC for the City Hall air-cooled chiller retrofit replacement by using the City of Tucson cooperative contract in the amount of $601,946.24. Ms. Moore, please.
Hi, good evening again, Mayor and members of the City Council. So this is seeking replacement of the air chiller for the City Hall air conditioner unit. It's a large piece of equipment. It's, as you can see, kind of expensive, and I apologize for that, but it has reached the end of its useful life. I did have a chance to talk to our maintenance guys because a lot of what they do is somewhat invisible. We don't know all the work they put in every day just to keep things running. This chiller was installed in 1996, which makes it 27 years old. They yearly do cleaning on the condenser coils in early spring to eliminate rust, hard water buildup, debris, settling, and that might restrict water flow. Then every day they check on the water temperature going in and out of the chiller to see that it will function properly. They have issues with the condenser heads, loss of pressure, frequent power surges, faults, loss of water pressure, too much pressure, the water cooler not functioning properly, leaking due to rust and aging. And the air handler that distributes the airflow downstairs is the original unit when City Hall was built in 1968. the coils inside are so brittle that nobody wants to touch them. They said, we've been lucky so far, but it is in need of replacement. And we got proposals. McKinstry is the one we would like to go with to replace this unit. Again, if the unit does fail, it will lose air conditioning in City Hall. And so I believe McKinstry is here to answer questions about the technical side of it, because I'm probably not the best person to do that, but I did want to let you know kind of what goes on behind the scenes, just so you kind of have a sense of the fragility of the unit at this point.
Thank you, Ms. Moore. May I have a motion regarding this proposal?
Mr. Mayor,
Yes, Mr. Shelton, please.
I'm move that the mayor and council approves the proposal by McKinstry Ascension LLC for a city hall air-cooled chiller profit replacement by using the city of Tucson cooperative contract in the amount of $601,946.24.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion by Mr. Shelton, second by Mr. Lindeman to approve the proposal by McKinstry Ascension LLC for the City Hall air-cooled chiller retrofit replacement. We do have a representative from McKinstry online. If you have any technical questions that he could possibly answer, or any questions of Ms. Morehouse or staff.
Mayor,
Yes, please, Mr. Lindeman.
I guess this would be directed to the representative. And I'm just wondering, what is the general lifespan of a chiller such as this?
Yeah, thanks for your question. Good evening, Mayor, members of council. General lifespan or life expectancy for this piece of equipment could be anywhere from 15 to 25 years. I would say that on average, based on just the overall climate here in the state of Arizona, we tend to be on the higher side of life expectancies.
So reasonably, our 27-year chiller was generally the expected lifespan. You said about 25 years. Yeah.
Absolutely. And I think the staff did a great job of keeping that thing going. So definitely kudos to the facility staff.
And then finally, I'd like to just ask if Ms. Moore could answer this, or if you could answer this. Are we going to expect savings in upkeep and things like that?
Yes, sir. So we're looking at it from two perspectives. So first off, we're looking at an average efficiency improvement about 10% from the existing system. And then number two, based on what just the overall maintenance of it, the use of or the upkeep of the actual water for the cooling tower is no longer going to be needed. So part of the solution was to try to simplify the design and create less failure points and points which would increase the level of maintenance that the staff had to perform.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Lindeman. Anyone else?
Yes.
Yes, please, Mr. Valdenegro.
As someone from city employee will be trained to do the maintenance on this equipment, or this is going to be handled by your company?
Yeah, thank you for the question. So yes, part of the scope of work will be to provide training post installation for staff. And part of the scope of work will also be to ensure that the commissioning of the piece of equipment is per design specifications to ensure that the operation of the equipment and the energy efficiency that we're projecting is as stated per the scope of work.
Also, what kind of warranty are we going to get on this?
So there's going to be a manufacturing warranty for that piece of equipment. I believe it's about, I think overall about 10 years for the material. I'm sorry, for the piece of equipment overall. But we'll work with staff, as the equipment continues to operate. If there's any sort of issues, McKinstry will be available to Elise and the staff as needed.
Thank you, Mr. Valdenegro. Anyone else?
I have one more.
Yes, please, Mr. Lindeman.
It just came to my mind. How long does it take to install these type of things?
Oh, that's a great question. So yes, council member, so first off, the lead time. Upon approval, if we were to move forward, the lead time for this piece of equipment will be about 2 to 3 months. The installation actually will be fairly quick. So, we're projecting about 4 months from ordering the equipment.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Edmond. Anyone else? Yes, please, Mr. Pedrosa.
Add that the timing for us was critical due to the winter months is when the install would take place, based on the timeline provided by Kreischer. And Kreischer, I mean, we've been working with McKinstry for a while now. They conducted a full analysis of the entire building and how to make the different components, mechanical components, more efficient. So they identified as the air conditioning as the biggest item within the building to improve upon. And they've developed drawings and they've developed schematics and all the different areas already. So they've done a lot of work to get to this point. Kreischer, I don't know if you want to add anything to that.
No, that's absolutely right. And part of the process was just adhering to the city staff's constraints. And one of the major decision points, of course, was just trying to keep the cost as low as possible upfront. However, ensure that operational costs don't increase. And because of the timing, to Lisa's point, and issues in supply chain that have been happening over the last several years, we were able to design and secure a piece of equipment that we could be able to get into that 3 to month time frame, as that was critical. Other solutions had the lead times being closer to 10 to 12 months.
Thank you very much. Anyone else? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Councilmember Linderman,
Yes.
Councilmember Acosta,
Yes.
Councilmember Shelton,
Yes.
Councilmember Valdenegro.
Yes.
Councilmember Grijalva,
Yes.
Mr. Mayor.
Yes, motion carries. Thank you. Item number 10, city manager report. Mr. Kiko, please.
Thank you. Mayor, members of the council, I will start with community events. Douglas PD will be hosting their 3rd annual National Night Out on Friday, September 29th from 4 to 8 p.m. at Raul Castro Park. There will be a bicycle rodeo to include a bike safety presentation and free bike helmet giveaways from 4 to 6 p.m. We have Energize Douglas back again this Friday, downtown G Avenue from 6 to 9 p.m. There are street closures from 9th Street to 10th Street on G Avenue. Gemini will be performing, as well as dance performances by Infinity 1326 Dance Studio and the Huber Middle School Folklorico. Also, the Douglas China Poblanas are hosting the Douglas Fiestas this weekend. The festivities kick off on Saturday morning with the 11 a.m. parade, followed by festivities at Raul Castro Park through Sunday evening. Next, the first art workshop series by the Recreation Division will be held September 20th at Raul Castro Park. This is one of many art workshop programs that will be provided to the community this fall. The Douglas Public Library kicked off Hispanic Heritage Month today with Make Your Own Frida Kahlo portrait, and information about life of Frida Kahlo was presented. During Hispanic Heritage Month, visit the library to see Frida's selfie wall of patron photos featuring one of her quotes. The selfie wall will be displayed from now until October 15th. Also very happy to report that the Border Air Museum is now open and welcoming all visitors. Stop in and enjoy our rich aviation history. Hours are Wednesday to Friday from 12 to 4 p.m. and by appointment. Also, in partnership with the SBDC, we will be hosting a seminar on how to start your business in Arizona in 10 steps. The seminar will be held September 25th at noon here in the City Council chamber. More seminars are programmed for October, November, and December with dates to follow. In partnership also with Arizona at Work, the city will be hosting a job fair on September 29th at the Douglas Visitor Center from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And then, of course, the 99th Annual Cochise County Fair is scheduled for September 21 through the 24th. Just some quick updates on road work announcements. Fifth Street paving and utility work has finished. Staff will be making some repairs to curbing and sidewalks this week with some lane shifting, but no businesses will be impacted. The contractor will come back in 30 days to finish the reflective striping. 30 days is the standard period to allow the striping to cure before the reflective striping is installed. That will be a one-day project, and there will be some traffic mitigation. Also happy to report that the runway at the municipal airport project continues with paving this week. A little bit of a delay with the rain this week, so rain permitting, that will continue moving. The first week was spent on milling and removing 2.5 inches of existing surface. And then the second week was spent on crack sealing. So they will also return 30 days after they're finished paving to add the reflective striping. A couple of updates on important dates for the public to know. P&Z Commission meeting at 5:30 on September 26th, 5:30 p.m. And Design Review Board meeting 5:30 September 28th at 5:30 p.m. All of these dates can be found on our website. Also, GSA Public Open House at the Visitor Center on 9/27 from 4 to 6 p.m. regarding the new commercial port of entry and the Raul H. Castro Environmental Impact Statement. GSA will be presenting 3 different alternatives to construction of the new commercial port of entry and remodeling and expansion of the existing port of entry. Also happy to report that our grant activity is moving along very, very successfully. I have just 2 quick updates from very recent announcements. We were just informed that Save America's Treasures grant, we were awarded $750,000 for continued improvements of runway or at the airport. And there is a match, so we are looking to either use our current ADOT grant or sale proceeds to add an additional $750,000 to those projects. And also the Arizona Office of Tourism, we were recently awarded $30,000 for an irrigation and water conservation award for the golf course. And that was as a result of a recommendation made by Councilmember Acosta several months ago. So we were just informed that we were successful in that award. That's all, Mayor.
Thank you very much. Item number 11, informational items and reports from council and future agenda item requests. Mr. Grijalva.
Thank you, Mayor. Commodities Day this Monday. After talking with the city manager, I think the plan is, especially in this fall, to have a block party in Ward 6. So we're known as the party ward, so everybody will be invited. And also good news, wrestling is slated to come back in the winter around December. So I have to get in shape just in case they get hit again. I also want to thank the Douglas Police Department and the Fire Department. We had an accident. I'm sure everybody knows about it. They were quick to respond. They were quick on the scene. I can't imagine everything that you guys go through. The women and the men who are in both of your departments. I can't tell you how appreciative we are of you, because you're the ones that take care of us and you're the ones that keep us safe. So without you, it would be it wouldn't be a pleasant city. So thank you for everything that you do. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Grijalva. Anyone else?
Mayor.
Yes, please, Mr. Lindeman.
Thank you. I just wanted to say that I attended the 911 ceremony at the fire department, and thank you, Chief Lomley. It was a wonderful ceremony, and we appreciate that. And also, I attended the Ray Rios Memorial Ceremony. Chief Fullen, thank you very much. It was wonderful. Members of the Ray Rios family were there. I wanted to say too that I attended 2 functions from the Douglas Business Network today, and they were put on by Ralph Robles. So a special shout out for him. He's doing a great job. And then I wanted to say thank you to the city staff for our Purple Heart booth at the League of Cities and Towns. And a special thank you to Ginny Jordan for allowing the city to use some of her artifacts from the Museum of War Veterans. So, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Lindeman. Anyone else?
Yes.
Mr. Shelton, please.
Okay, I'd like to congratulate, I guess, our grant writer again for getting the $30,000 for the golf course. And as I'm sitting here, there's two things I've been thinking about lately, and one of them is, how you know you're getting old. When you go into Walmart and you come out and forget where your car is. Then the other one is, I'm sitting here and I've had 7 of you in my classroom over the years, and I think one principal. And not only that, I know I've been your parents, 3 of them at least, here, their teacher. So I guess that's the 2 things you can realize you're starting to get up there a little bit. Anyway, and what great students we have that have come out of Douglas, and all the rest of them that have left that are doing super. So that's great. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? I'd like to take this opportunity. You may see some news reports coming up that the Border Patrol is now conducting actual street releases in our community of migrants they have processed through the system. We're aware of that. We was able to sit down with Chief Fullen and our city manager, Ana Urquijo, along with the acting chief agent in charge here in Douglas, to discuss that and express our cooperation and also express our concerns with that. We will also be making contact with our federal elected officials to express our concerns also for that inhumane way of processing. And it's probably not politically correct to use the word dumping of them after they're processed in the community without finding them a way to do. Our community's coming together. They're working out some temporary shelter situations. And I emphasize temporary because we have no facilities in our community. I just wanted to let everybody know that we're well aware of that, and we're on top of it and seeking all avenues of to be able to minimize any situations in our community that would not benefit our citizens. Our citizens come first, as they always will, and but we're also a very humane community, and we will treat people humanely. But we also understand they don't want to be in Douglas; they want to be somewhere else, and we'll respect that. But it's a situation that continues to grow, and again, we shouldn't say we personally. I call upon our federal government to it's their issue. It's an international border, and they need to take care of it. We have a great relationship with our consulate office, our counterparts in Mexico, and especially with our law enforcement that's here. That we're all working together, and just want to tell the community that we're here and we're working hard on that issue.
When will that start?
Probably started this afternoon. So, anyone else? I'm sorry. But I shouldn't leave on that. Life is good, and life is great, and life is very wonderful, especially in the city of Douglas. And we have wonderful people in our community. It's a great blessing. All of us up here have expressed it at one time or another. It's a great blessing to be able to serve the people here in our community because they're such a great, great people. Just got word that the bus did come down and pick up those that they released this afternoon, so we will not be housing anybody this evening, but that it's very fluid right now, and we'll see how that goes. But I thank everyone, and we'll move to item number 12, adjournment. We have a motion to adjourn.
Mayor,
Yes, Mr. Lindeman.
I move to adjourn.
Is there a second? Second. Motion by Mr. Lindeman, second by Mr. Grijalva to adjourn this regular session of the City of Douglas City Council. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Hi.
Any opposed by nay? The ayes have it. We stand adjourned at 7:04 PM.
Thank you, Dennis. Thank you,
All right,
Mrs.
have a good night, you guys. See ya. Take care.
Good night. Take care.
Good night. But I'm almost done.